I usually tell you the tech news in English, but this video is sponsored by Babbel, who are giving our audience 60% off their language learning subscriptions, so I might suddenly lapse into Mandarin. We'll have to see. The European Commission has officially charged Apple with non-compliance under the Digital Markets Act for preventing App Store developers from freely steering consumers to alternative channels. While Apple has recently allowed in-app links to developer websites where users can buy stuff without giving Apple a cut, devs still can't provide pricing information in the app, leaving it up to users to figure out why that button is there. This button goes to our website. You've got a website, great job. Apple could be fined up to $30 billion for the violation, but EU regulation moves real slow. So now Apple is supposed to examine the Commission documents and reply in writing, then the EU will make a final ruling by March 2025. The Commission is also just now starting another investigation into whether Apple's policies concerning third-party app stores and their ridiculous core technology fee also violates the DMA, because they just can't tell yet. It could be fine. I mean, Apple's response statement says that they're confident they are in compliance with the DMA. It's also confusing. Honestly, Apple seems a bit confused as well. They just added the ability to format external drives to the iOS 18 beta, which is cool, but it's not what the EU is asking for. Apple, do you understand this? They're like, look, you can change your home screen icon color now. Is that good? What do you want? The confusing launch of Copilot plus Windows PCs with Qualcomm's Snapdragon X series chips continues. A lot of coverage really wants to position this as a revolutionary moment for PCs, but performance and battery life tests still make the new laptops feel kind of like you're a kindergarten teacher and a kid just handed you the best drawing of a horse in the whole class that still mostly looks like a pile of unpeeled potatoes. Good job. But maybe it's not Qualcomm's fault for misleading us. A fairly helpful video was posted by YouTuber Alex Ziskind on Saturday, looking at the Samsung Book 4 Edge with the flagship Snapdragon X Elite X1E 84100, horrible names, and two Surface Laptop 7s with the 8100 and the Snapdragon Plus 64100. Ziskind explains how messed up Windows 11's power settings are. After fiddling around and finally enabling the highest possible power profile, he witnessed a huge boost in performance compared to using the balanced mode. He also noted a very small difference in performance between the Plus and Elite chips. While emulation continues to be a sticking point for some, reviews continue to trickle out as people actually get their hands on these machines. So hopefully, I'll soon have something to tell my tech-illiterate friends and family when they inevitably ask about Copilot Plus PCs other than do not date Copilot. She will break your heart. There is at least one definite win to award Microsoft's newest Surface devices though. iFixit has given both the Surface Laptop 7 and Surface Pro 11 an 8 out of 10 for repairability after giving both of their original incarnations a 0 and a 1, respectively. Just like a binary joke to make there. But not right now. Unlike Samsung, which iFixit recently broke up with, Microsoft seems to have actually taken repairability to heart, adding nice touches like a QR code visible as soon as you remove the bottom plate that links to Microsoft's service manuals. Don't give Microsoft too many kudos though, because if anything, their attitude about Windows 11's enthusiast friendliness seems to be getting worse. They just removed instructions for how to sign into a local account on Windows from a support page, while leaving up the instructions for how to convert a local account to a Microsoft account. And the Windows 11 setup process reportedly no longer prompts you with a local account sign-in option either, even if you put in an email address that doesn't exist. Thankfully, many workarounds still exist for using a local account, and Microsoft won't send killer robots to your house if you use them yet. They're Copilot powered. She breaks hearts and bones.
Babbel. Their app can help you learn a new language. Whether it's for business or pleasure, learning a few key phrases can go a long way to avoid miscommunication. For example, if you're living La Vida Loca in Cancun, being proficient with ¿Dónde está el baño? Can save you a few close calls. If you're in a hurry, I recommend adding Mis pantalones están a punto de explotar. With Babbel, you get access to one of the top language learning apps in the world. It features lessons created by over 650 real language experts that will help you learn practical, real-world conversations at a pace you're comfortable with. Babbel's Apple's own research suggests that if you use their app to study a brand new language, you can learn the equivalent of a beginner's college semester in an average of just 15 hours. But if for some reason you aren't happy with your results, Babbel has a 20-day money-back guarantee. That summer vacation of yours probably isn't cheap, so if you're planning on traveling somewhere your native language isn't native, why not save some money on those language lessons? Get up to 60% off your subscription when you use our link in the description, and you might just be saying gracias to Babbel for their help.
Quick why are you censoring that? Quick bits. This is bullshit. AMD's highly anticipated Strix Point laptop processors may be dwarfed by their big brother lineup of Strix Halo APUs, according to a recently leaked shipping manifest. It lists boards with a 120-watt TDP and 128 gigabytes of RAM, which is a bit overkill. But another leak indicates that Intel might be adapting an Arrow Lake desktop processor into a laptop version with 24 threads. That's right, this fall's hottest laptop trend is overkill. 3 touchpads or I won't buy it. Reports that Apple is currently in partnership talks with Meta are actually old news, according to the Herald of Gurmageddon, Mark Gurman. Apparently, Meta pitched their AI services to Apple, who rejected them. Can you blame them? I mean, Meta's Llama AI models are kind of open source, but a lot of Apple's own models are too. Then there's the fact that Facebook has been tagging real life photos as made with AI. It would never work. Apple's kind of the privacy company, and Meta is kind of the feed 3 billion users data into Zuckerberg's gaping maw nom 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 company, so.
Every time I look out my bedroom window, I never see Tim Cook. Mark, get out of there.
I want the other guy. A Florida family has filed a formal request that NASA compensate them for $80,000 in damages following an incident in March where a 1.6 pound metal part from a battery pallet jettisoned from the ISS, embarrassingly, using the Canadarm2 robotic arm, we're so sorry, failed to burn up in the atmosphere and instead blew a hole straight through their 2-story home. Had the ISS instead committed an accidental DIY airstrike against a home in a different country, they would be clearly obligated to provide compensation under the terms of the 1972 Space Liability Convention. US law, however, is less clear. The Recording Industry Association of America has filed lawsuits against 2 AI music generators, Suno and Udio, for alleged copyright infringement. The RIAA claims that Suno and Udio have used massive amounts of unlicensed music to train their models, and that is wrong. While neither music generator will specify what songs they used, some of their outputs seem rather telling, including one song from Udio that copies the entire first verse of Green Day's American Idiot, followed by a chorus of The Quick Brown Fox Jumped Over the Lazy Dog, which is how I wish that song went the first time, but I mean, we fixed it.
Prancing Queen, Lorem Ipsum, Prancing Queen.
And the internet has responded to Luma Labs' free-to-try Dream Machine video generator by using it to turn static images into uncanny, meme-worthy videos as the AI struggles to comprehend the horror that is Wide Linus and the human skeleton. Even historical images got this treatment, leading to this video of the head of the Soviet secret police running across the water of the Volga Canal like a combination of Bugs Bunny and Jesus. But at least the AI memes are staying on the internet. Oh God, they AI generated an actual rocket engine. Not with the Dream Machine thing, this was a different model, but maybe we should try it. It could be funny. What would be even funnier is if you came back on Wednesday for more tech news. Can you imagine?
Oh my God.
What would your neighbors say? Probably something like, LOL, what a cool person.
Get away from the windows, Mark.